Good day, viewers. It's a pleasure having you on my channel, Second Math Hub, the solution to your math problems. Let's quickly solve this past questions on core mathematics, November-December 2024. This is objective question number 23. The shadow of a police officer, 1.8 meters tall, is 1.6 meters. So let's represent something. Let's represent this information on the diagram. The shadow of a police officer. So 1.8 meters is the height of the police officer, and then the length of the shadow is 1.6 meters. So this is the height of the police officer, 1.8 meters. So where do we place the shadow? So in real life, where would the police officer's shadow be? Obviously, his shadow will be on the level ground. His shadow will be on the level ground. Then what is the length of his shadow? The length of his shadow measures 1.6 meters long. 1.6 meters long. So let me indicate this as the height of the police officer. And this length is his shadow. Now let's continue. What is the angle of elevation of the sun observed from the horizontal ground? So we want the angle of elevation of the sun. So we have our sun here. That is our sun. And we know that the angle of elevation is the angle above the horizontal line of sight. So there's our horizontal, in this case, this will be our horizontal line of sight. So the angle above this height, so we will have our theta here. So the angle of elevation of the sun from the horizontal ground. So what are we looking for? We are looking for this angle theta. But the height or the police officer and his shadow will meet at right angle. Will meet at right angle. So you can see that we have a right angle triangle. We have a right angle triangle. So let's identify the sides of the right angle triangle. We know that with a right angle triangle, the longest side, there is the longest side, refers to the hypotenuse. And then the side facing the acute angle, in this case, the side facing theta, becomes the opposite. So there is the opposite. This height here is the opposite. Then obviously the remaining side becomes the adjacent. The remaining side becomes the adjacent. But we are looking for the angle theta. So let's refer from SOHCAHTOA. So among these three ratios, which of them has opposite and adjacent? Because we know the length of the opposite, we know the length of the adjacent. We are looking for a trig ratio that has opposite and adjacent. So clearly, TOA has opposite and adjacent. And what does TOA says? TOA says that the tan of the acute angle, in this case theta, is equal to the length of the opposite. So what is the length of the opposite? So we have 1.8 meters divided by the length of the adjacent. We have the adjacent as 1.6 meters. We are looking for theta. So what do? We need to take the tan inverse on both sides. So taking the tan inverse of tan theta, the tan in its inverse will cancel out, leaving theta. And then we have the tan inverse of 1.8 divided by 1.6. So from our calculator, what is the tan inverse of? We want the tan inverse of 1.8 divided by 1.6. 1.8 divided by 1.6. So the tan inverse of 1.8 divided by 1.6. So we have 48.3665 on a ton. But from the alternatives, they corrected their answer to 1 decimal place. So what should be 1 decimal place? 48 point, can add 1.4 degrees. 48.4 degrees. So what should be the right answer? From the alternatives, the right answer is option D. See you next time.